This is what my skin used to look like, and this is what it looks like now. It's still not perfect. I still have some minor breakouts, some acne scarring, but it's obviously a lot better than it used to be. So I wanted to share my journey with you guys just because it's been such a big part of my life, and hopefully I can just help at least one person out there. So I wanted to share what worked and what didn't work for me, and just a reminder that everyone's skin and body is different. So what worked for me might not work for you, but hopefully you can at least learn something and maybe have a little bit of hope for your own journey. I'm going to try to keep this really brief. I can go more in detail if you guys want, so let me know. But I'm going to speed run this, otherwise this video is going to be like half an hour long. All right, let's zip through high school. Long story short, I was a really late bloomer. Like I started puberty when I was like 17. Yeah, it's like a junior in high school. So basically, when I started hitting puberty and getting acne, I was really surprised because I never had to deal with that before. No shade to her at all, but one of my good friends, she started birth control and she was like, you should get on birth control. It really helped clear my skin. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I want to go on birth control. And she was like, yeah, and it also helped like grow the girls. I don't know why at the time I wanted to grow the girls. I love being part of the itty bitty committee. But back then I apparently wanted to grow them. I don't know, I was in high school. So I decided to ask a doctor, like, hey, like, do you think I should start birth control? This will be a separate video, but whoever lets a girl who's like 16, 17 go on birth control when they just started puberty / aren't even done with it, that should not be allowed. My hormones are still developing. Don't do that. Anyways, long story short, I got on birth control. It did clear my skin, but I also gained 30 pounds and I became depressed. The trade-off, was it worth it? No, it was not worth it. So then I was like, okay, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I was on it for about a year. I want to get off of birth control. Got off birth control and all hell broke loose. Birth control doesn't cause PCOS, but it caused my PCOS symptoms to come out and play. And they were dormant at the time. I did not know I had PCOS. And I would not know for a couple more years after. I didn't learn until I was like a senior in college. That will be a separate video because PCOS is a beast in and of itself. At this time in my life, I had just gotten to UCLA, so I was super excited to like start a new chapter of my life, meet new people, rebrand myself. So the fact that I had gained 30 pounds and my skin was now bad again, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to fix this quickly. Quickly is the word that was the mistake. This will also have to be a separate video. I'm sorry, there's so many like health topics that I've struggled with and that I'm really passionate about. But long story short, I developed an eating disorder because I was obsessing over every single ingredient I was putting in my body. I was trying to lose weight fast. It was a whole mess. But the reason I'm bringing that up in this video is because my eating disorder made my skin 10 times worse. By the time I was a sophomore in college, my skin was terrible. And I fell into a really deep rut of depression because I hated how I looked. I was stressed with classes. I was questioning my career because I wanted to be a dermatologist. And I was like, dermatologists aren't supposed to have this much acne. If I can't help myself, how am I supposed to help other people? My skin was so bad to the point where I was desperate to try anything and everything. If you name a skin treatment, I have probably tried it. I tried doxycycline, I tried other antibiotics, I tried spironolactone, I tried topicals, I tried retinol, I tried microneedling, I tried laser treatments, I tried extraction. I've literally tried everything under the sun. I've tried so many different medications, so many different creams, gels, you name it, nothing helped. I was so desperate to try anything that would clear my skin that I even tried Accutane. I was terrified of what the side effects would be, but I didn't even care at the point. I just wanted the acne gone. According to my past dermatologist, she said that 80% of the time people have relief from acne using Accutane. Of course, I fell into the 20% of people where Accutane doesn't work, and I just had all of the side effects for no reason. So I just struggled with the Accutane side effects, had to get my blood drawn every single month just for it to not do anything. So I basically just like ruined my body taking Accutane. I'm sorry, I'm getting like PTSD. I've probably spent hundreds if not thousands of dollars on treatments and products to help my skin, and none of them did a single thing. I'm not saying that these brands don't work, but I'm just saying that you really need to get to the root issue of what is causing your skin issues. For me, it was PCOS that was still undiagnosed at the time, and also it was my chronic cortisol. Part of that can be exacerbated by PCOS, but a huge reason why my cortisol was so high was because I was stressed with pre-med classes. I was stuck striving towards a career that I didn't know at the time, but I didn't really want. My skin was bad and I was obsessing over it, and I hated the way that my body looked. All of this led to really high cortisol, which made the issues even worse, and I spiraled into a really deep rut of depression. I'm like so passionate about all of these issues, and I wish I could just like talk forever about this. And there's so much that I want to tell you guys, but I'll keep this brief. But if anyone's curious on more about my journey with Accutane or anything that I'm saying, just let me know and I will gladly make a little part 2. And obviously I wouldn't wish depression upon anybody. It's the worst. It's the worst. But it helped my skin in the long run because, hear me out, it forced me to literally be so debilitated that I didn't care about anything and I couldn't even move on some days. So with that being said, I stopped obsessing over my skin and my body because I literally wouldn't even get up. I didn't look in the mirror. I stopped tracking all of my calories and ingredients and like skin pictures and like checking my body. Like none of that was going on because I literally couldn't even get up out of bed. I'm sorry, but this is also going to be another video, but healing my eating disorder is something that is an ongoing journey. But the more I was able to heal from that, the more my skin healed as well, because the mind, the gut, your skin, all of it is all connected. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize. Because I was so depressed, I didn't have the energy or the wherewithal to hyperfixate on my insecurities anymore. I was more just so done with everything that I stopped caring. And because of that, my body had time to heal from all of the damage that I was inflicting on it. Even though it's so important to eat clean food, and I'm such an advocate for that, sometimes it's really important to more just listen to what your body needs. And maybe sometimes it needs clean ingredient food and it needs food that's going to nourish it, but sometimes it just needs you to give it some grace. And even though the grace I was giving my body, it wasn't intentional, it was surely out of the fact that I couldn't obsess over anything or punish my body, it started to heal. It was finally able to breathe without being oppressed by all of the guilt and shame that I was inflicting onto myself. That alone didn't clear my skin, and this is probably something that you don't want to hear if you're struggling with acne, but it's been years. It's been a journey. Like, it wasn't like, this is what fixed my skin. I think it's a lot of small things that honestly work together. My main piece of advice is to give yourself grace, and way easier said than done, but stop obsessing over it. Trust me, I get it. My modeling agency literally dropped me because my skin was so bad, and I've had a really, really difficult journey with it. But if you take anything out of this video, I just really want to highlight the importance of being patient with yourself and also showing yourself a lot of grace. I feel like I did a really bad job filming this video. There's so much more that I want to talk about, and I don't know how to do it. Maybe I'll split it up into like actual skincare products that I currently use, my journey with PCOS, my journey with depression, my journey with my eating disorder. There's just so many topics that I want to talk about. If anyone has any suggestions, I would love to hear it. But the point of this channel is I really just want to be authentic with you guys. I want you guys to get to know me, and I'm hoping that you guys can learn from my experiences. But that's a little bit about my skincare journey. If you stayed this long, thank you so much, because this is a really long, heavier video. But when it comes to everything that I've struggled with, I'm an open book. So if you guys have any questions, I will give you my genuine, real, authentic, raw answer.